Previously on our Like a Tourist adventure, we spotted some cows, ate some lamb, took some pickies, marveled at the sheer scale of this damn wall, and made our way to one of South Africa's most unique small towns, where we saw even more cows, sat on a stoop, ate a cat out of a tree, and saw some stunning views. But with 500 k's left between us and Cape Town, there's plenty more to see and do on this grand adventure. The epic journey continues now.
You little beauties! Welcome back to the adventure where we find ourselves on the northmost edge of the small Karoo as we head toward the impressive Swartberg mountain range. If there's one thing South Africa is not short of, it's beautiful mountain passes. Introducing.
That is quite something, eh?
Yeah, it is 20 to 4. And I think the time of day is amazing to do this.
You should see this drone footage. I can guarantee you we've never captured something quite like this before.
I think I said it before in our Prince Albert video, but these are genuinely the moments I live for. Every corner you take is something else that's spectacular. It's hard for me to actually keep my mouth closed at this beauty. These little streams on the right are just insane. Wow. That is why they invented the word majestic.
What do you think of this, Mr. Sham?
It's been a day of sensory overload. From this morning to now, Valley of Desolation, they drive through Meiringspoort, and then you arrive at this place. And it was totally unexpected. They reached out to us and said, hey, why don't you just stay? And we were like, yeah, okay, cool, because it'll be cool for a night. And then, look at this. I don't know, were you expecting this?
Not in a million years. This is paradise. So, Mr. Sham, we filmed Prince Albert before. Would you have ever thought that this was here?
I think this is a perfect metaphor for South Africa. I bet you there's tens of thousands of places like this scattered all over South Africa. We just don't know about them.
Well, this is special.
This is special. This is like the Garden of Eden, excepting for the thorns. I'm not a big fan of those. I can't imagine what the maintenance must be like in this garden because it's perfectly manicured.
But seriously, the first time we visited Prince Albert, we knew it was going to be great, and it still blew our expectations out the water. Here we are a few months later, and Meiringspoort has done the same thing to us again. This is why you have to visit this incredible small town.
When you get offered a breakfast at Meiringspoort, you take it because this place has been 5 stars from start to finish. I mean, look at the effort to detail. Freshly baked scones, but it speaks to the bigger point here at Meiringspoort. Since we arrived yesterday, it's like mind bent. There's so much going on here, so much attention to detail. Felt like I was sleeping in this old school Victorian style bedroom with more space than God has sheep. It was quite remarkable. You wake up first thing in the morning, the sun peering through the windows, and you look out at this garden and you're like, this is a place of tranquility. Meiringspoort, you have cracked this one.
So where to next, Mr. Sham?
Well, since we're in Prince Albert, let me have my little wine gum here. Since we're in Prince Albert, we have to go check out Swartberg Pass. Good Lord, that was glorious last time. It's time to reenact it. But I got my little angel pie here. Oh, no noise, no noise. Sure. That's why we got the Sorrento. We are climbing a thing. Yo. Look, it's a hair-raising drive.
It is. If you look over.
Oh my goodness. It just keeps going up and up, but whatever comes up must go down.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Oh my goodness, it just keeps going. I feel like my testosterone just shot through the roof. I'm laughing with fear, trepidation, and pure exhilaration all at once. Yeah. You're not driving through the Swartberg Pass, you're driving over it with this kind of elevation.
Thankfully though, it wouldn't be long until we reached the summit, and a feeling of relief washed over us.
Speak for yourself, Jandre. I was having the time of my f***ing life up there.
What?
Lekker Wim.
I think we need to get a little selfie here, Jandre.
Might as well.
1, 2.
As fun as that was, time was against us though. So we jumped back in the car and headed toward the next destination.
Beautiful up here. But also this drive is like treacherous. It's got me on the edge of my Sorrento over here. Oof, like this. Yeah. Going down the pass is something else.
On the descent, each turn would grant us with a stunning vista, and it was absolutely apparent just why Swartberg Pass is renowned as one of South Africa's most beautiful mountain passes.
Hey, brother.
So, welcome to the caves.
Thank you, man.
So, Mr. Shem, how often would you say you find yourself in caves?
To find myself in a lot of shit when I was a kid. I feel from that perspective I'm used to it, but this is a little different.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I've never done this before. It's another thing to add to the bucket list. Thanks to everybody online, they were like, you got to come to Kango Caves. And so, well, it's very rare that I get to do something for the first time these days. When I have the opportunity, I take it with both hands and a GoPro.
Both hands and a GoPro.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Oh, I just want to hear that beep.
Making our way into the caves, we were divided into groups and told to briefly convene in what I can only describe as one of the coolest lobbies I've ever seen.
I have no idea what you said, but it sounded passionate.
So, Mr. Josie, which one comes from the top, the stalactite or the stalagmite?
No, 0. I didn't study for this test,
It's
my
okay,
angel.
just choose one.
The first one.
That was a calculated guess. Correct. 10 points for Johannesburg.
Thank you. Thank you.
We then ventured deeper into the caves, where we saw some incredible structures that predate many of the events that would shape the world as we know it today.
Come on already, man.
But the shots though.
Sure. There you go, Jandre.
Brilliant camera work as always, Mr. Shem.
Thank you, thank
It's that
you.
natural framing aptitude that you
I
have.
genuinely want this in the video.
Ooh.
If it is wet, like that one, then it is active. But if it is dry, then it is dormant.
Oh, I see. It all makes sense now. So my ex-girlfriend was dormant.
Jandre, sorry about PE. That was a bit much.
Yes, that.
I apologize on behalf of.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, UK. That was I really do apologize.
You have to apologize to the Dutch.
I'm really sorry, but this is not a general.
It's not, yes.
As we continued through the different chambers, we encountered even more incredible structures, which only seemed to inspire Jandre to give this poor tour guide and his German tourists even more uphill.
Schnell.
No, don't. Nein.
Stop.
Nine.
But jokes aside, Kango Caves offers a mesmerizing experience that's hard to showcase because cameras don't naturally film well in dark underground settings. This is one experience you have to check out for yourself. Probably without John, bro.
That really is an experience that you would want to come see in person because it's magic. And that guide that we had, he was genius. He was great. Nothing gets a man going for an Eskimo Joe quite like walking through caves and checking some bats out. Well, that's a tasty beverage you got there.
Cave to Wildlife Ranch. We entered the belly of the beast to meet with some exotic creatures from many walks of life. If the skulls and creepy decor was anything to go by, we were in for an experience of note.
Well, there we go.
From things that look like dinosaurs to things that technically are dinosaurs, not to mention the turtle-themed gift shop. They even had some Alsatian-sized bats chilling with some brightly colored birds. Kango Wildlife Ranch was quickly living up to its reputation, and if one thing was for certain, it was wild.
Those teeth look gruesome. That thing looks like it'll snap you like a twig. Wow. No ways, I've seen girls at nightclubs walk like that in Santon. Wow.
Going at
The
it.
flamingos are beating the shit out of each other. And then you got my spirit animal here chilling. And the flies also come after him the way they do after me. It's amazing. Let me tell you a quick story. I used to try these chomps and they had tartrazine in them. And it would make me lose my marbles. That's why eventually my parents banned me from eating chomps. Because I'd go from that to the flamingos. Bah!
All thanks to the chomps
And tartrazine.
and tartrazine.
As we moved on, we had a chance encounter with Sonic the Hedgehog, followed by some weird-looking logs floating in a pool full of cream soda. It's my kind of pool party. The Ninja Turtles were keen to join, but the rest of the Lion King cast were desperately trying to skip the queue. We also met some lemurs who wanted absolutely all to do with the camera. So we swiftly moved on to the big cats, but they looked like they were all trying to work off a brutal hangover from the real VIP party. The rest weren't invited to the day before.
I tip my hat off to all the people involved at a place like this because they're the ones in the arena looking after it. And you realize when you come from a city how disconnected you are from nature. Today, as Jandre and I were like walking around and looking at all these animals, I think so many of them I saw for the first time in my life. That says a lot for someone who loves to travel. Kango Wildlife Ranch, absolute hit. Definitely bring the kiddos.
Where do we find ourselves this time, Mr. Sham?
So I went and looked through all the Twitter suggestions, and people should not underestimate how powerful those are. Everybody said, come to Buffelsdrift for dinner. Buffelsdrift is going to be a crack, I just know it.
As Jandre and I settled in for dinner, we took some time to reflect on the incredible privilege of traveling all over South Africa and showcasing the best of these small towns for all of you. We had no clue this game lodge even existed this morning, and now we're absolutely smitten by its beauty. South Africa is truly a special place.
Yo, I have absolutely gone for lamb neck because we're in the Karoo. This is why Karoo lamb is so prized. Cheers to you and this road trip. Oh Lord.
Karoo lamb is on a different level. Another South African gem. And Jandre's burger that was twice the size of him looked equally inviting.
I'm hanging on your food. I'm hesitant to call something the best, but that has to be contender for the best lamb neck I've ever had.
And with that, the second episode draws to a close. So join us next time as we enter the final stretch of our journey, where I get mauled by a cougar. Mark drinks some yellow stuff. We question a lady about her alarming quantity of walking sticks.
Yes, well, there's a reason for that.
Mark makes a child cry. And so much more.
There you go.
So don't miss out. We'll see you there.